Warning: the following show may contain strong language and other content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The show also contains spoilers for any and all anime and manga. Always check the description below for spoiler warnings. And if you don't, well, that's your own fault.
Wait. Oh, like the sands of time in Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
Episode 99.
Is that what we're going with?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think it's episode 99. It's one away from 100. We need to kick it up in style. So I think we should, really get in there. That's more like it.
That's
What's
the
up?
streamers.
Okay. Well, we'll save the streamers. They were just getting warmed up for next week. But
Naturally.
What's up, big pimps? Big pimps. Happy hours. Happy. What would
Hello,
our
big pimples. I thought I got rid of you years ago, but why are you back? Okay.
What would our fan base be called? Happy hours.
We have to have
we
one
shouldn't give our fan base a catchy name. I kind of hate that.
Happy hour boys.
I mean, they're just raiders, aren't they? They're just raiders.
Raiders. What's up,
how
Raiders?
How can you name something that doesn't matter?
Shut the fuck up. There is. My name is Simon Bennington is Vacant. England is my city. And to my virtual left, joining us on this show, you've heard them already. It's the core cast that we've had the last few months. Me, Manimal, and Coryn.
It is.
Oh, boy, howdy, it sure is us.
Woo woo! This is the core cast. These are the guys you're familiar
Somebody
with.
was in the water hole.
If you haven't heard us before and you're new to the show, then yeah, I've already introduced myself. Manimal is the one playing the guitar and harmonica and all that shit.
Coryn is the one who doesn't do all that shit.
Yeah. By process of elimination, you'll figure it out. I'm the British one.
He's literally eating corn on the cob right now. That's not a joke. He's actually eating corn on the cob.
I have finished eating corn on the cob. Thank you very much.
Oh,
We were
sorry.
Coryn eating corn on... Yeah. Coryn eating corn.
I outdid myself. I actually had a full dinner tonight. I had oven roasted chicken, corn on the cob, garlic parmesan mashed potatoes, and I was going to have rolls, but they went moldy on me last night, so I had buttered bread
Oh,
instead.
look at you. All grown up and
Buttered
looking after
bread.
yourself.
Yeah.
I had leftover Chinese roast pork chow mein from yesterday.
Nice.
It's leftover.
Did you have leftover Mac nuggets the other day?
Mac nuggets. No.
Oh,
McNuggets.
okay.
You just call
Just
them
wanted
nuggets.
to
We
know.
don't even call them McNuggets. We just say nuggets. We have some nug nugs. We
Nugs.
call them nug nugs here.
As we've been over before, we all call them something different. For instance, I call them McNugs.
McNugs. That's still just, to me,
Get the
sounds
nugs.
like that's a prison name. If I ever get arrested and go to prison, McNugs is going to be my name. Not to
And
be
you're
confused with
virtual
McNugs
nemesis.
is probably like drug slang.
probably.
Yeah.
It should be.
McNuts.
I'm gonna give you a Mick hug.
There is such thing as a nugget of weed,
Yeah, you got
or
a
nug, as it's
I knew
referred
that.
to.
I know that.
Which I guess a McNug would be like a highly processed version. I don't know if there's a McDonald's of pot dealers. I suppose
Open 24/7. I'm sure there is. I don't know.
not in here, but yeah, maybe in Colorado.
Big up to my former dealer. Not really, I haven't got a dealer or anything. Drugs are bad, don't take drugs. Children, put those drugs down. Put them right down now. Your parents won't be fucking happy with you. Go back to school. But
Is
not
this
before
the
you
life
finish
you
listening to
want?
this. Yeah. I learned it from you. Oh, okay. Well, now I just look silly. Anyway, moving on swiftly. How was your week, Manimal?
It was
Manimal.
the same as always. I have a new album out called Aesthetic, It's okay, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Riveting. It isn't the same as always, because you had a different week last week.
Yes, they did.
How's Isaac
Oh,
Hayes?
God. I haven't listened to that yet, actually, because it's like freaking an hour and a half long.
Oh,
so,
man. Is he
get
still
to it
folded
later.
up?
Yeah, there's not a place to put that exactly.
I mean,
so right now you just do as it is.
Passenger seat of the car?
Yeah, but one day.
When you're old and grey. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Coryn, how about yourself?
This week was pretty uneventful. I got to see Baby Driver on Saturday. That was fun.
Oh, is that one of your favorite Kiss songs?
What?
Yeah.
How was yeah? Yeah is never an
Baby
answer
Driver
to what?
the name of a Kiss song?
It is.
Okay.
And it's shifted in the freaking movie. For some reason, they make a movie called that, and I don't put it in there. I will fight them.
I mean, I don't know, man. It was basically a 2-hour-long music video.
Well, yeah, I saw the soundtrack. There were a couple good songs in there.
It just convinces me that Edgar Wright, his next film just needs to be a musical straight up. Because I feel like that's what he really wants to do. Because the last couple have had more and more musical numbers. And this one was just pretty much all, scenes timed to music. So just make a musical, man. You'd be good at it.
He would be. Man,
High School Musical 4.
What with? I'd like to see that. I'd pay money for that.
I'd be in it.
You'd star in it? Barry Goldman? Oh my god, are we going to kick off your acting
It'd be just
career?
my songs, though.
Just your, oh yeah, so the Bop Bop would obviously be the centerpiece.
It opens with the Bop Bop. No, it's the middle. It's like the big climax, yeah.
Would it,
I mean, what if it opens with the Bop Bop and closes with the Bop Bop remix?
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be good.
We're bop bopping, bop bopping. There you go. I just made a little remix.
It's very pretty. Thank you.
It would be good. It would be more emotional than that scene in of Vin Diesel and Paul Walker in Fast and Furious. It'd be Zac Efron, a CG'd version, passing the mantle.
I'd cry. Yeah.
He doesn't have to be dead. We're going to CG Zac Efron the entire movie.
Yeah, he's not even dead.
He'll be on set as a consultant, but he's getting CG'd. We're not putting him in front of a camera.
Yeah. Andy Serkis will come in. He'll play the role of CG Zac Efron, and it'll be all good. Just need to take some water.
Yeah. I forgot. Psycho Amore released a freaking amazing song called Draw a Draw or whatever. It is a legitimate 2017 punk song, which is what Psycho Amore is, a punk anyway. But it's oh my god, Psycho, the best artist of the 2010s. I don't give a shit about anyone else compared to her because she's amazing. Okay. Oh my god. I freaking love her, man.
Glad you feel strongly about that.
I feel passionate about it. I'm not the kind of person who replays songs over and over, but I was, oh god. Oh god.
Oh god. Fair enough. I'm glad you're passionate about that. Speaking of which, Manimal, because I guess we normally do it in your week, is there some albums that...
well, like I said, we got to the point where I haven't heard much. We got Utada's First Love from 1999, the best-selling album in Japan for a good reason. She was only 16 when that came out, and she wrote the songs, by the way. It's a freaking amazing record. And that's it. That's all I know. The end.
Oh. Okay.
That's the end of the albums list, everyone. Unless I don't know any albums from 100, but,
I was going to say, because this is your last chance to get these in.
That's it. I haven't heard anything else from 1999.
Okay. Well, I can tell you.
The biggest hit song was from that year?
No.
Is that one Britney song? Frick, which one? Her debut song.
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Yeah, I was about to say. That sounds right. Yeah. I was thinking it had to be something from Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Or NSYNC. It was a big time. Right at the end of the 90s. Right at the last big.
I mean, Britney Spears' best song is obviously Give Me More.
Nah.
No, that's the era when...
Womanizer. Womanizer. Oh, yeah. You're a womanizer.
Well, no, Toxic. Toxic is better.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Speaking of, 1999, I can help with 2 albums, because I know there was a couple of good ones that I really listened to. One of the first albums that I ever bought, in fact. In fact, there's 3. 2001 from Dr. Dre, released in 1999. I know.
Good job.
That's weird.
Good job.
2001, released in 1999. The Slim Shady LP, first big
there
one.
You go.
Like, it was
Is that the one
album.
that has the song on it?
The song?
As in the title track.
Yes, I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady.
yeah.
All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating.
That is a brilliant hook, though.
That's on the real Slim Shady's on the Marshall Mathers LP. The Slim Shady LP had My Name Is and Guilty Conscience and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
One
Also
of the
very
best,
good.
amazing albums. Fucking loved that as a kid, even now. And then there was X by DMX. That's another one on there.
DMX.
That's all the ones I can think of, really.
That guy did Where the Hood At, right? He sounded just like that.
Just
accurate
like that.
imitation.
And X go and give it to you because it's been in Deadpool, so now it's in everything. It's even in a KFC commercial. Here in the UK.
Gonna give it to you? Oh, Exhibit. I'm so happy we can finally talk about Exhibit.
X gonna give it to you. What? Maybe that's what he meant. Exhibit is gonna give you something, not DMX. Do you think they have to battle over the X? Why is the X so popular?
Bring back Exhibit, please. Are you talking about X as in the Los Angeles punk band?
I know the best album of 1999.
Okay.
I already said First Love.
No. Who Let the Dogs Out by Baha Men.
Okay, you're right. The Baha Men are true legends. I forgot. Did
I
you know
own that CD.
Name more than one song from that album other than Who Let the Dogs Out.
My Mind.
He knows it.
Okay,
he
I
knows
don't
it.
fucking know.
Okay. Did you know that the Baha Men actually made like legitimate, I don't know, I think it was like reggae or some kind of island styling music, and then these younger kids took over for that.
Really?
Yeah, they actually had a legitimate career before Who Let the Dogs Out.
I mean, that made them popular. Did you know as well, Who Let the Dogs Out? I didn't know this for a long, long time. It's actually about ugly women in the nightclubs. It's not about actual dogs. It's about...
Oh, that's a good song to put in the Rugrats movie.
Who let the dogs out? Ooh.
I mean, I don't think anyone knew that, especially like at our age.
Yeah. Oh, no way. It was like, oh yeah, it's about dogs.
Ironically, we did used to shout that at girls in primary school. When we were kids, you'd shout that to girls you didn't like. Who let the dogs out? And then bark at them.
I guess you did get it to a degree.
I mean, because we were like, haha, we're calling you a dog.
You know, they used to have the video on Nickelodeon because it was in the Rugrats movie, and I was like, yeah, dogs.
It's all about dogs. Who knew?
The video is like full of dogs, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Like it comes off as very literal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know.
The Baha Men, true legends.
Because it was also the end of the 90s when a lot of this rap was still kind of gimmicky, I guess. Might be the right word. Very straight. He still had that tailing off of that Will Smith era of,
the Willennium.
The Will.
The best.
Will Smith is all like, you gotta respect your elders and stay in school.
Yeah, that's right. He had like clean rap, eh?
Nice clean rap.
And there's still the Donald Glover joke of him making fun of 90s rap, and the line is, I went down to the hat store today and I bought myself a hat.
That's
good. That's good. I like that. $1 million
cards, everybody, you got them.
You know, they say that the old legends are better. We all know Will Smith is better than Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. I mean,
Kendrick Lamar didn't do the Man in Black theme.
I know, but Kendrick Lamar got trumped and topped by Everyday Bro coming from.
Oh yeah, he totally did.
Represent.
Damn as a whole album, forget the concept, forget the intricate themes and the way it weaves together and the fact that you can play it backwards and have it make sense. That song is clearly Everyday Bro everyone knows it's the song of the year.
Everyday Bro!
Obviously.
Fucking best song ever. Jake Paul is for life, dab on them haters. Repping the low gang. But anyway, anything else that you...
Why are we still talking about the freaking song?
I don't fucking know.
Dead by now.
It's in my brain. Oh, it's in my brain now.
I've forgotten about it. Thank you very much.
I put it on loop at work the other day. We put it on loop because two of us get the joke. No one else knows what the fuck it is. We do, and we just share delight in the fact that we both know what it is. So we put it on loop, and remove the keyboard because we've got screens at the end of the banks of desks, and we put it on late at night. Remove the keyboard and mouse, and remove the remote. So we hid the remote, so no one could turn it off, and it was just there. It was a good time.
Job.
We enjoyed it for about 5 minutes, and then realized we have to be subjected to it as well. So it's not a good.
Yeah. Once you get to the second loop, I think it's like, okay, guys, let's stop.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't funny, and I don't like the song, really, so, yeah, I've just tormented myself for no reason.
Oh, you don't like it, really?
Yeah. My name is Nick. Crompton, and my collar stay poppin'.
Okay, like that's like the best verse.
He
of the
can
year.
rap, but he's not from Compton, guys. Speaking of Compton, Coryn, the C stands for Compton. Coryn's an acronym.
No, if it does.
In case anyone didn't know, Coryn is an acronym. Compton
ovaries reacting, yelping.
Yeah, you've already fucked it up.
Napkins.
Anything else from your week, Coryn?
Just this moment, I have been told that my name is actually an acronym, which means I'm probably a robot of some sort. So there's that. We'll be looking into that.
Oh man, we'll be discovering the psychological trauma. It's like finding out you're adopted, only a bit bigger. You have an existential crisis.
I was gonna say it's like finding out you're a clone. You're not even the original.
Oh yeah, like 6 Day kind of shit. Yeah, that'd be a bad thing.
Wouldn't that be so? I wonder if my clone likes Love Live.
Would it be gay if you had sex with your clone?
Well, it's just you, so not really. Because...
It depends, I'm going to say, on how the clone Right, it depends on how the clone... like, how long the clone's not been you. Like, is this a flash if this is a flash cloning thing, where this clone is created like half a second ago,
okay,
and all your
style.
memories and everything is like it's essentially a perfect copy of you, 100%, right?
Personally, I wouldn't.
Then it's not gay;
that.
it's masturbation. But if like this is like a normal cloning thing in real life, where it was taken and separate from you and raised separately and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
that means to be like Django X Boba.
Yeah, that'd be Fett, as in Star Wars.
Oh yeah. Oh, I guarantee that exists somewhere.
Oh, it sure does. Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett. They are genetically the same, but it'd be incest.
Well, it'd be like that with the other clones too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's like a flash clone of you, like another version of you walked out of a different dimension, that would like everything's the same except everything happens 1 second behind.
Yeah, but what if it's like the femme version of you? Then it's okay.
Well, then it's extra hot.
That's the Naruto clone thing, the shadow clone where he can turn the sexy jutsu, where he turns into a clone of himself, but a sexy female version. That boy had all kind. No wonder Hinata wanted his dick, because Jesus Christ, he must have been a pro. He'd been banging since he was like 10 or something.
But wouldn't he be like
technique.
Too stupid for that?
Maybe actually,
Too stupid to have sex?
I mean, because he'd like be done in 2 seconds and be like, "Okay, I'm out. I'm going to go do something else now."
I don't think intelligence directly correlates to the amount of time
I don't know.
can have sex for.
Plenty of stupid people who have both reproduced and can continue to reproduce.
Yes, we know that. That's how. Yes,
I would like if IQ directly was like a measurable unit of how long you lasted in bed.
Well, I'm saying it's Naruto, so he wouldn't really care. He'd just be like, "Let's get it done." So I'll go on my adventure or whatever.
Yeah. Can we just bang so I can go see where the fuck Sasuke is and hang out with him again?
Honestly, that's exactly what he'd be like.
Yeah,
right?
he is. He is. That's his character.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, pretty much that's how all shonen protagonists would be like.
Yeah, most. It's like, come on, bitch. No. Well, speaking of shonen, there's a Fairy Tail ended. We'll go into that a bit later. That's something that I kind of want to go through later on. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I think that'd be a nice little segment to round out the show. I was going to do a bit more. I was going to do a little write-up and a bit more prep work for it, but I didn't. So I'll talk about that later. So Fairy Tail ending, we will cover it. Just hold fire, guys. I guess then quickly, just to wrap up my week, or to begin and wrap up my week. I'm probably, if you listened to last week's episode, I'm sounding a lot better. I think.
It's arguable.
I'm almost there. I'm almost getting over the illness. I'm pretty much there. Unfortunately missed out on the ice skating. No, didn't get to go because obviously I was too ill, which was for the best. I was not in condition there. But what have I done this week? Big news. The Coffee Luwak coffee. Okay.
Oh god.
Got to try it. Got to try poop coffee.
Oh god.
Brewed it. Took extra care. Grinded the beans. Did all that. I can confirm. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's smooth, like it's a smooth ass coffee. noticeably smooth, but yeah, it's nothing amazing.
The real question is, how much does it resemble shit in either texture, smell, or general feel?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Like, nothing. Yeah, like the bag of it's like, oh, you'll notice there's no bitterness. It almost has a herbal scent and flavor.
It almost.
And I was like, I don't want coffee that has a herbal flavor. Like, I don't want herbal. Herbal's not fucking good in your coffee.
Is that how you describe animal shit? Herbal?
No, it's like, herbal smell and all that shit. But
okay, do you know what
I'm just thinking, if there was any actual fecal, they wouldn't actually let you buy it.
Do you know what it's like?
I feel like that's a health and safety thing.
Yeah.
You know when you run over like dog shit with a lawnmower and it like smells like dog shit for like a few seconds?
I have never. I mean, it's not that. I will just make it clear that they don't just send you dried shit in a bag that you then grind up and do it.
Yes,
they pick the beans out, they'll wash the beans and clean them up. There was no poo traces on there, so it's okay.
All right.
It was okay, as I say. It wasn't too bad. It was a bit disappointing for the price, but fair enough. I can tick it off the bucket list and say I've tried it at least.
You can't hype it up too much.
Nah. Speaking of which, something that I thought I'd done, but I'd never had, is I watched Howl. I know this is getting into anime, but I watched Howl's Moving Castle this week, and I was convinced for all my life that I've watched it. Turns out I've watched Castle in Sky, Laputa's Castle in Sky instead. Different film.
Different film.
I just thought that was the name of it. Howl's Moving Castle was good. I enjoyed it. It's kicked off a Studio Ghibli binge now.
I've still only seen Kiki's Delivery Service, which is it's a pretty good film. But
it's funny you say that because that's the next one on the list. We're going to be watching one, me and my girlfriend, like weekly.
Yeah, I like that movie. It's pretty good, but I'm not interested in watching the other ones personally. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Well, this one I'd recommend it. Have you seen Howl's Moving Castle, Coryn?
I have not actually seen Howl's Moving Castle.
Okay.
I've seen Totoro, Spirited Away, Mononoke. I'm missing one. I haven't been great with them. I want to see more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, this was the thing. I thought I'd seen a lot more Studio Ghibli films than I actually have. And it's when we were going through, because my girlfriend has all the DVDs for them. So I was going through the collection. I was like, I have not seen a lot of these. Like, I thought I had. Like, I think I must have just assumed.
There are a shit ton, and I always forget how many there are. It's like Disney films. Like, you'll be going down the list, and all of a sudden, all right, The Black Cauldron.
Oh, God.
A Song of the South?
Song of the South.
There is a shit ton, but yeah, we were going through them. And that was really good. I'd recommend Howl's Moving Castle. It was just nice. It was, especially because I'm doing the seasonal shows as well, it's sort of nice to step back.
There's such a drastic difference when you actually watch them. Because I've been rewatching K-On! For the third time, and you know how that is. I'm not going to describe it because I've described it too many times. But it's such a drastic difference because, again, K-On! Has so much movement and life and atmosphere, and there's so much to it compared to the other shows, which just feel completely flat and barely move. They're just like whatever. Like it's like this show was made in 2007, and it's way more advanced than anything else I'm watching.
It's quality. It's quality over quantity.
It's all about how much effort you put into something at the time.
Yeah. And K-On! Like, it has so much effort into every detail in that series. That's why again it warrants rewatches so much, because it's
yeah, you take something new.
My essay's coming soon.
No, I'm totally the same. I've said this before on the show. I'm the same with Code Geass. I've rewatched that. I lost count how many times, because there's always something different that I take away from it. There's always something extra that I'll see or I'll look at something a different way for the first time. There's so many layers to that.
But yeah,
and I know obviously there's plot holes and
like K-On! Telegraphs a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that don't appear until many episodes later, which are foreshadowed. And I'm like, there's freaking foreshadowing in this show? What?
Yeah, it is weird. But yeah, Howl's Moving Castle's good. We're going to be covering one a week. I won't really go into a review or anything, because, it's, check out this new exclusive thing, guys! Like, it's good.
Thank you so much. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. And, of course...
Have you ever watched Ghost in the Shell before?
The what? Ghost in the
Ghost. What? Have you ever watched Ghost in Shell before?
Ghost in Shell. Ghost of Shell? No, I've never
Ghost
seen
of Shell.
Is that a Little Mermaid sequel?
Yeah. It wasn't as good, but I thought it was okay.
Musical numbers were on point, though, so that's all that matters. Yeah. And finally, just to round out the week, because there's been other shit, but I can't be asked to talk about it. Last night, stayed up. Unfortunately, couldn't record last night because of the pay-per-view party. Watched WWE Battleground. It was a piece of shit.
Oh, that's sad.
Although, for anyone who knows wrestling, I don't know, do you guys know who the Great Khali was?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, okay. He was a 7-foot-tall, 400-pound giant from India, and he had the proud owner of the world's largest chin, and he was incoherent, could barely move, and was generally one of the worst wrestlers ever. He's back, and it was amazing. He just came back in the main event. It was a Punjabi prison match because the champion's Indian, and they want to get into that Indian market. How'd you do it? You have a Punjabi prison match. It was not great.
Oh, that's sad.
But fortunately, we had a good time. We had a laugh and everything. So that was good.
You know, have you ever thought it was called pay-per-view? Because I've always thought it was pay-per-view. When I was younger, I was like, oh, that's pay-per-view. I wonder what they do on pay-per-view.
Pay as in paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What do they do on pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view. You got to view it through paper, man.
Yeah. So I still to this day say pay-per-view.
I say pay-per-view. Like I don't say pay-per-view.
I mean, it is pronounced like pay-per-view. Really,
that's why there was a grocery store in Canada called A&P, and I just always say A-M-P, not and.
Yeah.
It's just like A and W as well. You don't say A and W, you say A and W.
Yeah. Well, there's something here in the UK called everyone calls it B&M, but it's actually called BM stores. But everyone calls it B&M because it just has the B and the M. But BM doesn't roll. People go B&M instead of BM stores. And it's so weird because I didn't know this for years later until I was looking at the sign and I was like, that motherfucker doesn't have an and in it. It ain't no and.
Okay, I was just going to say RIP A&P, but I found out that it actually comes from America, so screw it. Good thing it's gone.
Yeah, fuck you, A&P. But, you said something's gone. You just... Terrible segue aside. We're going to roll into the news.
Oh, great.
And, Manimal, I don't know if you want to take this one. There's, something this week?
Everyone's heard about it. You can do it quickly. I'll.
The death of Chester Bennington, lead singer, I believe, of Linkin Park.
You believe. There's the other guy too, I guess, but it's, yeah.
Yeah, frontman of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, dead at 41, ruled of suicide. Came as a bit of a shock to everyone, because am I right in saying he was on tour at the time?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a surprise because I heard about them when their last album was coming out and how everyone didn't like it. But then all of a sudden it's like, bam. And, you know, usually with celebrity deaths, it's like there's someone from prior generations. So it's like, okay, that's sad, but it's like, whatever. Like, you know, when it was Prince or anything like that, I was like, okay. But this is the first time. Not someone you've
grown up with.
Yeah, this is the first time it's been someone from our era, you know? And was someone I really liked before too, which, you know, I only loved Linkin Park for like 2007. Obviously when I saw Transformers, that was a life-changing moment. Right at the end of the movie was the exact second that everything changed for me, you know?
Yeah.
So that song is always going to define it. I still think their best song is Breaking the Habit though. But, so yeah, whenever I listen to those tracks, I still like have great affection for them, you know? Yeah. But they're never a band I wanted to follow or anything like that. And they're so integrated in the frickin' weeb community too, you know?
Yeah. Well,
just the old anthems.
All the AMVs.
I don't know if I ever made any Linkin Park AMVs. I don't think so, actually.
Did you make AMVs, no?
Oh yeah, I did. Not anime ones, other stuff, but
I mean, it's not an AMV if it's not for anime.
AMV, like that's what everybody that's what people call everything. Technically it's an animated music video, but that's what people call anything. But what I used to do is download other people's AMVs and make my AMVs with their sequences because I was too lazy to download all the clips. This is back in literally 2007 when I was...
I understand that, because around the same time, I was getting back into anime and wanting to make AMVs and realizing, oh, my computer's shit, I'm not going to do this.
That was when I was freaking 11, dude. That's when I really liked the band.
I made a couple of AMVs myself. I'll be honest.
Yeah, man.
No one wants to see that.
Thing. It was a whole thing at that time. And again, Linkin Park is really the defining rock band of the 2000s, because they had the most exciting sound and everything. And for a lot of people, well, for me, I just liked how they sounded, but a lot of people, he'd be the voice of their angst or anything like that, Because even more so than like Cobain, he put the emotions out so straightforward that you can't interpret it as anything else, Like, again, a song like Teen Spirit is just beat poetry. It has an angst feeling, but it doesn't say it. Whereas, obviously, the Linkin Park songs, like, there's no confusing what they're about.
Are you saying the Smells Like Teen Spirit lyrics aren't explicitly clear?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, they make complete sense. No, it's obviously... Some people like to overanalyze Cobain's lyrics like he was a genius.
Genius.
Some people overanalyze his lyrics, but really a lot of his stuff is just beat poetry and just putting random shit together, But anyways, yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. Like, I've been thinking about it a lot, and again, it's not like I followed them, but it's like what Noisy said before. Like, they're always in the background doing everything, and you thought they'd just be there doing their thing forever,
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with it, because it's it's someone you grew up with, and I always think like the music and the things you watch as a teenager, because that's when they're really important to you, even when you grow up, because that's that time when you have that sort of explosion of fucking emotion and all this, like, how you feel and stuff.
You're becoming a person, so anything that kind of goes into it is, inherently more important.
Yeah, there we go. Very much more eloquently put than I was attempting. Appreciate the assist, Corey. But yeah, we tend to really place a lot of importance on stuff like that, and that was really the first one that hit us in our generation. For me, obviously, it's a sad thing. He leaves behind 6 children. I was never really into Linkin Park myself. I respect the music. I like a couple of the songs, but it is sad, and it's certainly rocked. Like, just to see, this is like on Facebook with a group of friends, because obviously in my age group, anyone from like 18 to 30, pretty much, the outpouring of people, like, it's really affected, and it affected them a lot deeper than I anticipated or would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
But another sad passing we should just mention really quick is John Hurd as well. Mr. McAllister died at 71. He wasn't just in that. Obviously, he was Kevin's dad in Home Alone. He was also in Sopranos. That's where I knew him from the most as well. He was a good actor. 71 he lived to, unfortunately. I know, obviously, he had a kid.
Wait. Hold on. What?
We're just talking about John Hurd.
Oh, who's that?
John Hurd. He was Kevin's dad in Home Alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, obviously...
I guess I remember him. I was more familiar with the British one, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, I guess it's John Hurt versus John Hurd, but the way you say it's very hard to tell the difference.
Hurt, I'd say. John Hurt and Hurd.
I don't even remember the Home Alone dad, really.
Oh, he was cool. I mean, he's obviously had a lot of stress in his life that his kid keeps fucking running off every time they try and have a holiday. Can't fucking relax.
He was the old man in Sharknado, if that helps.
Oh, yeah. God. I didn't watch that either. What?
He was the
He
detective.
hasn't done a whole bunch recently.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I mean, I guess he has, but nothing well known.
Yeah.
Nothing like... He's not a big star by any means.
No. Rest in peace, no John Hurt. I made Home Alone what it is. Part of Home Alone. So when I watch that this Christmas, I'm going to be a little bit sad. Never mind. And on to new beginnings then, I guess, with those guys. R.I.P. Chester, R.I.P. John. Comic-Con happened. Don't know how closely you guys followed it.
I didn't, because I don't care.
Okay. Coryn, did you hear anything or follow any news or anything from Comic-Con yourself?
I saw a very badly, angled shot of the Infinity War trailer, but that's about it so far.
Okay. I have not seen that. That's interesting. I want to go hunt that down. I saw... I
would suggest just waiting until you find an actual one, because it's not worth it. Not worth it.
Justice League trailer. Who's seen that?
No. I
Okay.
mean, there's no reason. Like, I guess I'll watch the movie maybe, and there's no reason to watch the trailer because you know how Batman versus Superman had the whole movie in the trailer.
Yeah, it looked fine. I mean, DC movies and
Well,
superhero movies,
they
I'm not
did it
overly
with Wonder
excited.
Woman. They got the right idea at that film, but I don't know. I don't know about this movie.
Yeah, I feel like they'll just amp up Batman vs Superman. It's going to be that times.
Honestly,
by
it'll
3.
probably just be part 2 of that movie, really.
Yeah, pretty much, because they've got to feel like they've got to escalate. They've got to be bigger.
Oh
Better, 'cause
god,
you got fucking everyone
then it's
together.
gonna be even worse.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Stranger Things 2 trailer dropped as well. Did anyone see that?
No. I saw the first trailer. I'm going to watch the second season. Anyways, it was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't really give you any information other than just confirms, a couple of characters are alive or whatever. Can't wait for that. October the 23rd, I believe that drops on Netflix, the entire series, so we'll be binging that just in time for Halloween. Seems to be set around Halloween as well. They were having a lot of, Thriller was on, there was a lot of Halloween decorations around, so it's going to be cool. Can't wait for that. Finally, Walking Dead Season 8 trailer dropped. I know you guys don't care.
Yep.
It looks good. Again, that's coming back on the 23rd of October, so there's going to be plenty to digest on there. That's all the news from Comic-Con that I bothered to follow.
Well, you know what there was, but God, we talked about Death Note already, but I just flipped through the trailer right now, and again, there's no reason to watch that shit.
The Death Note trailer, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell you what, we'll save that because we were speaking to Josh, and I know he's got an axe to grind with it. So
Gotta
hopefully,
grind those axes.
to whet your appetite as well, audience, next week for episode 100, we are planning to get Noisy on, of course.
Don't jinx it.
I'm not jinxing nothing. And Nair as well. Nair was
We're
here
still
with us.
trying to get the papers sorted out.
Yeah.
The divorce was bad, so...
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to be in the same place at the same time, are we?
Well, maybe. We'll see how
The courts are coming down with a ruling very soon. We will find out.
Yeah.
We're hoping it's going to be granted. There's going to be like a temporary truce formed between me and... We're going to come together. It's like at Christmas, when the divorced parents come together for the sake of the children at Christmas to go, we'll be together. It's a family occasion. Come on, even though I hate you. Not that I hate Noisy, of course. I've got nothing but love for my brother.
Former lover.
Former lover.
Don't bring that up. On to more positive news. We've got Manimal. This hopefully will make your week. Do you know Kaijo? You were a big fan of that sport.
Well, Psycho Mori's new song already made my month, but...
Okay, well, let me see if I can top that then. Okay. No
yes,
pressure.
I saw real life Kaijo and who did it? Portugal.
Portugal. Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't seen that, Kaijo is now a real sport.
Well, there are two people doing it. That doesn't mean it's
Shut
real.
up. This is the news story. Don't spoil the news story. Don't shit on our high. But yeah, a group in Portugal are starting a Kaijo league. So, can you remember what Kaijo was, Coryn?
Yeah, it was the thing where the girls put their tits against each other and try to knock themselves off the thingamajigger.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
Tits and ass. You could use your tits and ass to attack each other. Why do they they're wearing a lot more padding to protect each other?
Well,
which I think,
that makes sense. You remember when their butts hit together and it sounded like the most painful thing on earth?
Yeah. I mean, a butt clash a keister clobber can be a certain death.
In real life, that would everyone, their bones would be broken.
The rules have been modified to be safer and more realistic. I love how they've just put that into the notes, but that would be quite funny. I just love that that's a thing. I'd love for it to catch on. Someone's going to try it in Japan.
I like the fact that these people were like, hey, that show is good, we should do this, okay.
I want to know what they made the floating platform out of, because that's like...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it is. They've got a floating platform, but God knows. But yeah, who knows, maybe in 2020 Olympics, maybe that's too soon.
No, I think by then it should be good.
Yeah, 2020 Olympics in Tokyo will be the debut of Kaijo. I'm looking forward to the Great British Hope. Medusa McFungler is gonna absolutely destroy everyone.
Make Fangala.
I don't fucking know. I had nothing for that. But yeah, I thought that'd spur you on, man.
No, we got tragic news. The Idle Incidents app, it's closing down.
Really? Oh no, is that the one that you play?
App. That show is so dumb.
Oh man.
Oh god. Idle Incidents.
That's not good.
Why does the idle genre have to have only one good show?
I don't know.
Two good shows, kind of. The Idle Master's pretty decent, but
Speaking of, I don't know. Code Geass. There's been a site in Japan that's launched from Sunrise, Code Geass Project, and it's just a countdown. It just shows like the day. Each day it's ticking down. I think it's 4 days away.
we know what they're gonna do. It's probably the trailer because they already announced the.
No,
whole
apparently
thing.
it's separate.
And it's like a freaking Belinko machine.
It could be, or it could be something else. It could be a VR experience. Daipicho. Pachinko. You got it right first.
Lalicho.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because Lelouch the Resurrection, as in development. We know that.
There's no reason to make that up.
Oh, well, no, you're right. I was going to disagree with you, but yeah, no, you kind of tied up.
I will only be happy if he's just a killer robot that gets brought back. With just face grafted on.
I'd be good with that.
Well, in the manga, there's some weird spin-offs in manga where there's one where his Geass is his suit, like the Zero suit, is his Geass. Like he can form the suit, and it's like almost like a little mech suit. It's really weird. Like it just doesn't sound great at all.
No.
So yeah, I'm not amazed at that one. But
Ultraman Cosmos attacked by poison caterpillar.
He's okay.
I like that headline though. I had to read it.
Poison caterpillar going. Caterpillars are pretty slow, so I don't know what he did to get attacked by one.
He's probably taking a nap.
Maybe. Most likely. Yeah, so hopefully that'll have dropped next week. We'll know what it is, and on episode 100 we'll be able to exclusively reveal, because no one else will be revealing this shit.
No, we'll be the very first people.
I'm not getting this from like Crunchyroll or anything like that, I promise.
No, absolutely not.
We'll be able to let you know what this Code Geass countdown is. Could just be a trailer. Probably will just be the trailer, but we'll see. We'll find out. And in shonen news, One Piece this week is celebrating its 100th. It's not celebrating its 100th anniversary.
And today, One Piece celebrates its 1 millionth anniversary.
Wow, I can't believe we've been alive that long.
It's celebrating its 20th year anniversary, which is still impressive. It's not 100, but it's still very, very impressive.
If it went on for 1 million years, how many times would the series just loop itself?
That's an interesting question, because...
Imagine if year one is when One Piece started, and it's been weekly since then.
Because you'd have, in theory, you would have different people telling the story. So it would be like a giant relay, and you just keep saying, you can do anything you want, you just can't end the story. So you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's the important part.
That'd be really weird if like they just carried it on, like somebody get a go at it for 20 years, and they're like, right, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't think it'd loop. I think some things would be similar. But I don't think the story would perfectly loop in millions of years.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
millions of years.
Actually.
Absolutely.
Maybe millions.
Millions of years. Are you kidding?
But wait. This time the One Piece was a bronze coin and not a gold one.
Shit.
God damn.
No, we still wouldn't know what that is, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that's probably the crux of the story. But yeah, 20 years. Not fucking bad. Not bad at all.
No, that's really good, actually.
Little piece of news coming in with One Piece is that apparently during the celebrations of the 20th anniversary, they announced that there's going to be a Hollywood-made live-action One Piece TV series.
No, there isn't.
Apparently, that's what's happening.
They're not doing that. No, they're not.
Apparently.
That's not gonna happen. No way.
I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. what I question is what they mean exactly by Hollywood produced.
Live action TV series under the supervision of Marty Adelstein or Adelston or Adelstein.
Oh, good old Marty. He's the guy.
Prison Break fame. I don't know. I've never watched Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Prison Break was an interesting concept for about a season, and then they made it last for another 3.
That's a classic 2000s era show, right?
Okay, so he's a producer. He's a producer. That's what I was checking. Fair enough. But yeah, this and the Cowboy Bebop live action project, which is still a thing. I forgot that existed until I just read that.
Again, that'll happen.
Never not a thing.
That'll happen the same time as the Akira one.
Yeah, these are going to be interesting. I mean,
although,
they could.
well, since Ghost in the Shell happened, I don't know anymore.
Do you know what? I think Code Bebop, Cowboy Bebop would lend itself quite well to a live action.
That's what I say when I'm at the freaking Jazz Fest. I'm like, Code Bebop, guys. And that's how we know.
That's how you identify a jazz player. Code Bebop, motherfucker.
A Code Bebop is actually a missing child. It's very sad.
Yeah.
But it's a specific code that's only for jazz festivals, so...
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, there's a Code Bebop. But it sounds so jolly. Good lord. Children missing. I'd like that.
I don't know how it is in the UK, but over in America, we always had Code Adam, I think it was, at the grocery stores when I worked. For a missing child. Or a Code White, I think another one was. It's always very innocuous.
Yeah.
It's not to startle people. Or specifically the guy who abducted your child.
I remember when I worked at Alton Towers theme park, we had a lot of radio signs. That's the only ones I can remember. And it was like, you had one fire, terrorist threats, bombs, unidentified packages. I remember bomb threat was like Zulu 99 or something.
Oh, you got crazy with it. Ours were mostly just colors.
Yeah.
It's a Zulu 99 up in here.
They had fucking codes.
It's a Tiger Driver 99.
Tiger Driver. Oh my shit! We got a Tiger Driver 99 up in here, boy!
Is that what it's called, the 99? Is that right?
Tiger Driver. Well, there's a Tiger Driver.
I feel like Tiger Driver 99 is both a pro wrestler's name and his killer move.
Oh, mate, the Tiger, quite literally, well, not
like,
literally.
No, actually, it'd be Tiger Killer 99, and all the other killer moves are like different numbers going down.
For the years, though, because 99 would be the year it debuted, as is this episode.
Yeah. Well, you've got Tiger Driver 91, and then I think there's Tiger Driver 97, was it?
Oh, okay, I forgot, okay.
And there's Tiger Driver 88 as well. Tiger Driver 88.
I love these names. I can't tell you.
Now, why are they called Tiger Driver?
Because
Tiger Woods, remember his golf games?
It wasn't Tiger Woods.
Remember when you rented them from Alex?
Oh, there's a Tiger Driver 98. I didn't know there was a Tiger Driver 98. Shit. Oh my goodness. I think it's because the original Tiger Mask made the move, so it was called Tiger Driver. I believe.
That amuses me so much.
I think it was. That sounds right to me. I think it was Tiger Mask.
Why don't they make a live-action Tiger Mask?
They might do.
Because there's already wrestling, that's why. Because he's already a thing, you idiot.
No, but because, well, he is. Tiger Mask.
Yeah, Tiger Mask is like a character that transcends just the wrestling bit of it.
But if you have Lucha Underground, which is a lot more scripted, it's wrestling, but a lot more soap opera and scripted.
Oh, so the WWE.
But more, like, if you know what I mean, so it's more of a drama.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Like they have writers writing lines.
Yeah.
And then a lot of professional wrestling is, hey, you need to do this kind of thing, but make your own spin on it, kind of.
Wait, you're telling me
it depends on who's running at the show time.
The Rock said his own lines?
Oh yeah, The Rock did, yeah.
Like if you're a low time wrestler, they're going to tell you what to say. If you're big time, you can improv.
Yeah.
I mean, more now they have less freedom than ever, but they used to. Like back then, like Stone Cold Steve Austin made his career with one off-the-cuff speech at King of the Ring 96, and that's what Austin 316 came from that. It was off the cuff remark. The fans caught onto it, and he just caught fire. And it was off that one little speech. No one knew what he was going to say. He just did it, like, because they thought, it's inconsequential, it doesn't matter. And, so that's, they all had freedom. But anyway, we're going off topic.
And that's why we need to get rid of the McMahons. But, continuing.
Yeah, we do. We really, really do. Well, they at least need to retire. Enjoy your freedom, Vince. You've been there too long. You've been in too deep. And we're going to call this one Niantic Antics. There was a Pokemon Go Fest. We're going to shout this out as the fuck you of the week. It's a returning segment, the classic segment. We're going to bring it back.
Classic. Back in episode 97.
Returning for second installment.
This is due to this is for Nair. Shout out to Nair who wanted us to call this out. Pokemon Go Fest ran by Niantic. Can you imagine it was a success? It was.
Ran by Neanderthals.
Hey, there we go. Oof. Sit down,
That is an
CEO
insult to
Niantic.
Neanderthals.
I'm sorry, Neanderthals.
Yeah, unfortunately, people, as you would expect, it didn't go too well. A lot of people went there. It was blisteringly hot. They were unable to play the game due to massive bugs and server errors for most of the time there.
Good job.
People need to stop putting Niantic, a very small company, in charge of very large things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Pokemon Go. It's been up for a year. No one plays it anymore, right?
I mean,
apparently a lot of people still do.
Yeah.
More than you would expect.
Yeah, there was more people there. They did attempt, we will say Niantic, they, according to Nair as well, people were only allowed up to 2 bottles of water to take in with them, and nowhere in the actual, vicinity were they weren't selling any water or anything in this hot summer day outdoor.
That's a doomed event already.
It really, it just goes to show the oversight.
Like, they tried to make it up to them. They gave everyone like $100 of in-game currency and some other like freebies.
Yeah.
So it's like I think the stories I've heard is that most people basically left satisfied despite the issues. But, yeah, logistics. Maybe next time better.
Yeah. There's apparently a smaller scale one that was ran in Chester, England, and it was really good. They said it went really well. But that's probably because it was an independent... Well, it was an independent fan event.
I bet it's not as good as the one in Nunavut.
You shut up about Nunavut. No one cares about Nunavut. Nunavut can noon it off. The most disturbing thing about the article I was just reading then is at the very bottom there was a YouTube video link that said, which Pokemon would you date? I don't want to click that. Because I don't want to...
The ice cream.
The ice cream one.
I mean, I just eat it.
Yeah.
Is it is
exactly.
it fleshy on the inside, do you think?
It must be.
Or is it just ice cream? Is it actually ice cream?
That'd be horrifying.
And delicious.
Yeah. I don't know, because it never explains it. Like, they must eat, because they eat Slowpoke tails, so we know that some people eat Pokemon. It's quite horrific when you think about it.
I mean,
wonder if they eat, like,
if you had to
Snorlax.
date a Pokemon, date one of the ghost ones, because they at least used to be a person. Probably.
Used to be, not anymore.
I mean,
yeah, but it's more acceptable to date a previously human ghost than an animal.
If you Google Pokemon, if you ever Google Pokemon fan art or anything, it seems the overwhelming first choice is either an amorphosized Eevee or Gardevoir.
You say Gardevoir is popular. There's a bunny one that's very popular.
Yeah. I don't know. Freaks out there who masturbate to Pokemon regularly. Let us know who you would marry.
Why are you insulting yourself now? Come on.
We all know about your secret Pokemon stash.
Listen,
it's all right.
It's just them legs, man. I mean, she's got
I know-
that little
I know.
nubbin in her chest.
I know, but
Pikachu's got them lovely little red cheeks, and Squirtle, I'm like,
wait,
whoa.
what's the one? What's Ash's mom's Pokemon again?
Mr. Mime. He's got
Mr.
them
Mime.
long,
Mr. Mime.
slender
Now-
pianist fingers.
You say Squirrel, but do you have snapping turtles in England?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, do you know what a snapping turtle is?
Yes.
Okay, so we have them here in Kansas. And my dad told my brother and I a story as we were kids.
Oh, no.
Of what I assume was apocryphal.
Your dad's put his penis in a snapping turtle.
No.
Okay.
Because that's part of the thing is my dad always said that as a kid, when he was a kid, he had a friend who went skinny diving one day and a snapping turtle bit the tip of his dick off.
Oh. What?
Because that's what snapping turtles do. They bite at anything that moves past their mouth. And they have
the thing I'm more interested in is how the shit is this guy alive? What?
Again, likely apocryphal.
I mean, that... Whew, yeah, I wouldn't want that. That's no good.
Don't put your dick in a Squirtle's mouth. They got beaks.
Okay, maybe Blastoise thinks he's got the cannons. You can teabag his cannons. Let's move on from this conversation. It's become very weird. And, we're going to shows we've watched. Woo! I watched Game of Thrones. Let's talk about that for 20 minutes. Let's not. Let's talk about Aho Girl. Idaho Girl.
Aho Girl. I like Aho Girl. I watched the second episode on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. It's stupid and it's enjoyable. And it comes in like little 5-minute bite-sized chunks that you can easily digest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just came back because you said 5-minute bite-sized chunks, so I assume that's how long it took to digest the tip of the dick.
I'm talking about Aho Girl's little segments, actually.
Oh yeah, last episode was insane. You got some breastfeeding and some man rape jokes. It was off the rails.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I know you guys who spoke about this episode the last couple of weeks, you were speaking about the series. I looked over it. I was just like, I'm already watching enough 10-minute shows. Can't be arsed. Just decided to flick it on out of curiosity. Was not what I was expecting at all. Holy shit.
Same, actually, because I thought it'd just be like some boring thing, but instead it's actually an insane comedy.
It's a bit more edgy. Humor. Yeah. Bit edgier.
That's what I want out of anime comedies, really, is to have this kind of setting, but to have actual testicles with the humor, you know?
It had a lot of, because it's so fast, but like high energy, and like the puns and the jokes and the dialogue is non-stop.
Nothing like TQ, where it starts out, episode 1 at TQ9. Hold on. Episode 1 of TQ9 had the alien. It's like every day I wake up and I take a dump, and then I go see the old people, and then I take a dump.
Okay.
I love TQ. But it's Idaho Girl. Idaho Girl is nothing compared to TQ because of the speed, but it's close to that.
Yeah. It has a similar kind of vibe. Like in the first episode, there's a joke of her mother going, "Please marry my daughter. She's so stupid. Nobody will ever love her. You're the only person who has ever been kind to her. Please marry my daughter."
Yeah. No, it's a fun show. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's one of those comedies that gives you that, the sort of, they'll do something and say something and you'll just go, what? But in a good way. It's that laugh and then the what? You're laughing at the absurdity, not the I'm confused and don't follow the show what the fuck is going on.
There are exactly 0 animes I've seen that have made something like the breastfeeding joke.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a spoiler, Coryn, but in episode 3...
I can't really be spoiled for a show that has no plot.
The male protagonist, seems sad or frustrated, so Aho Girl decides to handcuff.
She says this is what my mom does every night when I want to feel good.
No, this is what my mum does every night to send my dad off to sleep or something.
Oh, wait, she said it about her dad. I thought she meant to herself. Oh.
Yeah, no, she says, I'm going to cheer him up how my mum cheers my dad up and sends him off to sleep every night. Hard cut to him handcuffed on the floor and her repeatedly referring to him as, like, baby and she as mummy, and then, like, takes off her top and then attempts to forcibly, like, breastfeed him.
Yes. I was like, okay, this show...
Is it straight up breastfeeding, or is it just like a sucking thing?
Well, she has the bra on, so it's more motorboating.
They don't go all the way or anything, but it's still...
I'm just wondering if it's explicitly a lactation fetish.
Oh, no. This isn't... No, it's not that. It's just a joke. It's not a thing like that.
Yeah.
But again, I just like when a show has balls to do stuff like this, and it's not just like,
I did not expect that.
The same joke you've heard before, haha, oh, you walked in while I was changing, haha. Instead, she's like, hey, look at me. And he's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, look at my panties.
I mean, I have tremendous respect for any show that has one character German suplex another character within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Completely for comedic purposes.
So much violence in this.
Because when you said about the punches, I was like, okay, but when I first saw the German suplex that he pulls out, that was amazing. I was pissing myself.
Again, Ippo punches.
Oh, man. And then the fight with the head disciplinary. Even that scene where she wanted to charm him, so she decided to cut out her face and put it on like a porn mag, and then leave it outside his door. Yeah. It's so stupid and like so random.
That's exactly why it works. So.
I don't want to use the word edgy because like that's always like it's so edgy, man.
Well, it's not edgy. Because it's not serious. When I think of edgy,
absurdity. It's absurdity.
Absurdity. Yeah, it's more.
Edgy is used to something serious, you know.
I guess, yeah, it's the wrong terminology, but it's sort of, as we say, a bit more adult or mature sort of orientated humor, as opposed to what you, as you said before, it's like, oh, I slipped and fell in a girl's breast.
I walked in while you were changing. Are you going to throw stuff at me and get mad? Or then, you know how shows are now, because it's been done so many times. I'm just like a light novel protagonist.
Yeah. And it's just, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot, and I'm going to carry on with that. Because it's only 10 minutes as well.
It's only 10 minutes, and it is a nice subversion of the trope. Because, walks in, it's not, oh no, you've seen me, it's seduce me. Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a new show coming out like that in the fall or the winter. I can't remember what it was called. It's like Shoujo Bitch or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That's a little different, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I hope we get TQ10.
I mean, we probably will.
I didn't watch episode 4 of Skirt. No, I don't know about that. I don't know about this, but you know, I can't say anything on it this week. But other than that, New Game episode 2 was pretty fluffy. They did the whole like everybody wins in the office, which is completely unrealistic. Because there's like a contest for character design, and then there's just 2 of them competing, and in the end they team up and do it together, which would never happen in real life.
Yeah. It falls flat.
The other wins. There's also Soccer Request. Soccer Request, like they have a freaking flashback, and I knew the freaking grandma bassist. It's freaking Yoko Acosta. Oh my god, good job, Yoko. I can always tell when it's her. I was like, yes. But it was a good episode actually, because again, the good thing about Soccer Request is the side cast that it sets up. So even in an episode that doesn't have the main cast in it, there's still a lot to do because it's the community of things, and that's it.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else that you've seen aside from Arho Girl, Coryn?
No, I am very behind.
Okay, fair
Hopefully
enough.
next week I will be able to see more stuff, because at that point I think everything should be up on Crunchyroll for the free subscribers.
That's the big thing about this season, is there is a lot that is not on Crunchyroll. It's either on Amazon Strike, Netflix, or fucking lost in limbo.
Yeah, that's the problem. All the shows I really did want to see are in limbo. But The Reflection I know is on Crunchyroll, which is the one I probably want to see the most.
It is. Okay, well, I've seen it. I watched The Reflection. Do you want me to talk about it? Do you want me to save it till next week?
Let's save it so I can comment.
Yeah.
A little bit of cross-discussion, unless Manimal's seen it.
No.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I won't say. I will not say anything about it then. I'll just leave it at that. Kakegori, haven't seen episode 4 just yet. I'm still going to carry on. That's one of the shows that's caught in limbo. It's with Netflix. It hopefully will come out in the next few months. So, I'm seeing it elsewhere. What else is there that I've seen? Suridare Children. Still like it. Still fun. It's just like Arho Girl. You just watch it. It's a bit of fluff. It's a bit of filler. But it's still nice. It's got that warm feeling of like, it's just confessions. It's more confessions. More and more confessions.
Oh,
If you want to see 5-minute confessions, it's that, basically. Or, they're teasing a confession, maybe they'll do something. It's kind of weird that they're hitting straight to confessions, and then some of them are teasing the confession. It's like, well, you're already giving us the full amount with everyone else. Why aren't they?
Are they revisiting?
Yeah, there's some that are revisited, there's some that are new that are introduced, and so on and so forth. So I think there'll probably be some that will carry over for like 4 or 5 episodes. Because you see, it's like 4 minutes you spend with each one. It's like,
is there an update on Sex and Cigarettes couple?
No, there isn't. Not yet, which I'm really gutted about, because I want to see them. Sex and Cigarettes couple, I really hope. School president and punk, because I want to see if she took that 100 yen. I would. 100,000 yen, sorry, not 100 yen, that's nothing.
Should we call the episode Sex and Cigarettes? I feel like that's a good draw.
I'll enjoy that one. Sex and Cigarettes.
We better get down to action. Okay,
yeah, we will.
I want to talk about this. So, the Love Live SR cards, they have a circus theme.
Yeah.
And, I like the designs. I always like the designs usually, but I thought they did some interesting stuff with Daya's design. Because
Couldn't have brought this up in your week. Couldn't have brought this up in the news.
She's a lion tamer, but that's not it.
It's bondage gear. Manimal has Love Live bondage gear on.
Yes, I'm cosplaying this naturally.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I just I saw this. Oh my god, they did it. Daya's wearing freaking leather gloves and this tiny leather skirt. I'm like, oh my god, they know what they're doing.
Exactly, they know what they're doing. It's clear who they're appealing.
They still try to make it innocent.
Yeah,
it's the lion tamer, not a bop tamer, not a ding dong tamer.
Not a ding dong.
Sorry, a taco tamer because it's Love Live Sunshine.
A taco tamer. Okay, wow, taco tamer is a taco tamer.
Yes,
Mr. John. Anyway, you just thrown me off completely. Where was I? Suradera children.
Gotta improve your skills in that regard.
Suradera children. Oh yeah, no, it's easy. It's easy to ignore you. That'd be good. Okay, moving on. Suradera children, good. We'll carry on watching that. Again, it's just 10-12 minutes. It's nice. It's fluff. It's filler. It's on Crunchyroll, so it's easy to get as well. Fucked Skirt, no whatever off, and Netsuo Trap, NTR's garbage. They're both garbage, so I don't watch them.
Did you just insult the skirt? No, I don't think this is okay.
I did. Still haven't seen the second episode of Vacant, no blah 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 blah, or Cronus Rulers, but I did watch the second episode of Princess Principal, which is... I still like it. It got down to the business of the plot, so I wasn't as keen on the second episode as the first one. It sort of took a step back and showed us the introductions, but it's still giving you a few more twists than you would expect from like this on the face of it, just due to like the moe visuals and stuff. The third episode, I think, is going to make or break it. 'Cause like I say, I really was surprised by episode 1 and enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it was going to. Episode 2 was okay, but it sort of reined in those expectations again. Not through any fault of its own, it's just that it's setting up the plot, and it was sort of like pedestrian, the way it was paced and stuff, so we'll see. Episode 3, as I say, is gonna make or break it, so next week I'll be able to say definitively if I'm gonna keep with it, because this is getting to the acid test, the 3 episodes or drop rule, which I've dropped pretty much most of the things that were shit anyway, so I'm kinda happy. I've got more shows out of the summer season than I thought I was going to. Gamers, yeah, that's getting dropped.
Why would you drop Gamers?
Because I just can't bother to watch episode 2.
Are you kidding me? You don't know how good it is.
My Hero Academia is on another week hiatus because it's on the 2-week delay now for the simuldub, so I'm going to have to wait for that.
Yeah, you can watch Gamers instead.
I'm liking Yuri on Ice still as well. We're up to episode 5 now.
Oh, you're trying to do the ignore me thing. I'll fight you.
Still good. It's still good.
I'll fight you through this whole episode.
I really want to talk about the reflection.
Yep, I'm going to fight you now.
Okay. What were you saying?
You're trying to ignore me, I'm going to fight you.
Stop saying that and tell me what you wanted me to not ignore.
No, too late.
Okay.
If it's too late, can we get an
Good
update
talk.
on your ice skating lessons?
I said in my week, I was ill, so we couldn't go. Didn't attend the first week. And we're not going this week either, because we've got shit to do. Reflection, I want to talk about it so much, but I'll resist. I'll save it because I want to speak with you. I'm really interested in what you think of it, Coryn, because I was very surprised by it. It wasn't... I kind of guess I didn't know what I was going in for. Like, I had an idea in my head, but it was a lot different to what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really interested in what you have to think of it. And, of course, if, like, Brian watches it, and have you got any interest in watching it at all, Manimal? Are you going to check it out for the sake of the show?
I don't know.
Go on. For us. For the show.
It's hard to get into the watch stuff mood, you know?
I know.
I think I'll have an easier time maybe than you, because I've seen a lot of Stan Lee's other kind of side projects, so I kind of know the style he goes with to those kinds of things.
Okay.
Aren't all his projects technically side projects?
I mean, I guess, but like he has a long history of just kind of figuring out what's going to make him money and then doing it.
Yeah.
And it has worked out pretty well for him so far, but he kind of has a
true.
style, the way he approaches things.
I'm even more interested than to hear, once you see it, and then you can tell us if it does fall in line with his normal style, whether it aesthetically or the pacing. I think maybe it was because I came from as well. I watched Howl's Moving Castle, and then later in the day, I watched this, and I was sort of had that head on from going from like Studio Ghibli, a movie, to this. And it sort of didn't translate as well, if that makes sense.
That's probably your problem. I find when I watch a Ghibli movie, I need to like decompress for like 24 hours afterwards.
Yeah, because you're so used to quote Star Wars, the frame's so dense. Just everything in the frame is so dense, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's very dense and like it's heavy in all senses of the word. You know, the plot gets there, the emotions. There's things going on.
Yeah.
You got to think about it a bit. You know, it's not popcorn.
That's
popcorn
true.
kind of thing. It's
There's
not
lots
a
to
movie,
digest.
it's a film.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, who do you think you are, Roger Ebert?
He's dead, so I'm not him.
You're a robot reincarnation of him.
Who do you think you are, the nostalgia critic?
Critic.
No,
You cry dicks.
Who do you think you are, Jeremy James?
I am Jake Gyllenhaal.
Anyway.
Chris Stucker Mayonnaise?
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on, please.
Sure.
Yeah. Hopefully summer season I'll be caught up with Kakigori, Princess Principal and Vatican No Chosen, blah, 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 blah. And again, I really want to hear what you guys think about Reflectors, the Reflection.
What I think about Reflector, you mean the camera that turned into three things?
Yeah.
I don't think very much, because he didn't appear very often.
Okay.
Like there was really an underused character.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to our main topic. And again, I want to keep this one kind of condensed and contained, because I know you guys weren't, well, I know, Manimal, you followed Fairy Tail, but I know you don't give a shit about it, Coryn, so...
I have literally nothing to contribute to this conversation.
Yeah. So, chapter 545 is out. Fairy Tail, the manga.
Should have ended at 550.
Stretch it out of another 5 just to make it rounded.
Yeah.
I liked how Naruto ended at 700. That was really satisfying.
Perfect.
Yeah. Bleach didn't do that. I think it's like 6, 7, 8 or something.
Oh,
so you
lazy.
motherfucker.
Lazy.
Yeah. But
that's not as bad as if it ended on like 643 or something.
Yeah.
Just an ugly number like that.
Yeah, at least 545 is kind of aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
545.
Fairy Tail ended. It's done. It's in the books. It's 10 or 11 years it's been going, so not bad. Not bad at all. I think it is actually. Is it 11? Because it was 2006, I think it started, Fairy Tail. So good run. Good run overall. Have you had a chance to check out the final chapter yet, Manimal?
No, you can tell me what happens though.
Okay, I will exclusively.
Okay, wait. Do do people get together? Oh God.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Oh no.
Because we said last week about the penultimate chapter that was, Zeref and Agnolia has been defeated.
Yes.
And this was going to be an epilogue. It is an epilogue. It's a year later. So, spoilers for Fairy Tail, guys. Obviously, this is the end of the show. If you haven't watched Fairy Tail yet and you're planning to, or you don't want spoilers for the end of Fairy Tail, then please fast forward. And we'll tell you in the link below. We'll tell you in the description below. We'll tell you when the timestamp. So that'll be all sorted. So it starts rather a year later. We're at an awards ceremony. Lucy has written her book, as we know throughout the story, she's writing a novel. She's written it, she's got a writing award, and she's bought the whole cast of Fairy Tail.
Wasn't freaking Levy the writer, or whatever? What was her name?
Levy was a writing enthusiast, and I think she enjoyed writing as well, and she always wanted to read Lucy's novel.
Didn't she have like the freaking glasses where she like read a book in like a second?
Yeah, she had them magic glasses that could read shit right away.
Why would you even, like, if you had glasses like that, like, would you even like books? Because there's no experience.
I mean, you're getting the knowledge, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, so she's won an award. All the Fairy Tail there. She's sort of reminiscing and going, oh, aren't we all good, blah, 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 this is happening. And then it sort of gives you a little rundown. So here's the pairings. Here's the shippings that have happened, okay?
Okay.
So, Levy and Gargiel.
That's obvious.
Kinda together.
That's obvious, yeah.
But they're not explicitly shown as together. Lucy just says, oh, they've been getting close recently. They've been getting really close recently.
That's obvious.
And she whispers in his ear, in Gargiel's ear, and she goes, oh, I think I heard the word baby then. Like, our baby on the way. No. And he blushes. But they don't explicitly say it. It just says, oh, I thought, like Lucy says, I could have sworn I heard the word baby then. Or
before they got married, those
Wendy,
sluts.
Yeah, Wendy's next to her, and she goes, oh, Wendy's got sharper hearing than I do. Oh, God, yeah. So there's that one with Levy and Gargiel. Again, as you said, it's absolutely obvious. That's, one that always happens. Then there's Miss Anna, who was Lucy's ancestor.
Oh, I don't know.
She's a school. Oh, okay. Well, she's basically, Dragon Slayers were from 400 years ago, and they came with Anna, who was Anna Heartfilia. She lives in their time, and she's just a teacher. But Manimal
in the show. Hi, guys.
But Natsu says, oh, now I get it. Lucy smells like Miss Anna. That's why I always feel so calm around Lucy. And then Gargiel says, yeah, you had a crush on Miss Anna, didn't you? And he says, yeah, so what? So he's saying he likes the smell of Lucy, but he's also saying he sort of has this crush against her. That's a little thing that's just sort of played off. It quickly shows you the other guilds. So like, oh, Wendy goes and sees her friends at Lamia Scale. Sabertooth are okay. Mermaid Heel, I think the name were okay. It just shows them. Mm-hmm. Everyone's getting drunk.
Of course.
Grey and Juvia have a moment where because he's stripping off, she wants to strip off, so he drags her outside.
Ooh.
He notices the scar on her body and talks about it. She says that Wendy can remove it anytime. She says no because it matches the scar that you have on your body. And she goes, oh, you've got the scar still, right? He goes, but it's different for you, for guys. Your body is... And she goes, what about my body? And he says, it's mine. So he says, it's mine. That's it. And then it cuts from them. That's it. That's all you see from them. It's just sort of him going, it's mine. So it's kind of a clumsy confession.
That's not really smooth.
Then it's Elfman and Eva. This is Lucy going, oh, a lot of people are pairing up.
Oh, those two,
Elfman and Eva, question mark. Then she says, Loxus and Mira, question mark. Loxus and Lysana, Loxus and Canna. There's a lot of rumors about Loxus. Doesn't really say anything. And then Urza comes up to her, and then there's a quick side note of saying about how Jalal has been pardoned.
Of course.
those guys have been pardoned, and he's away. And Lucy asks her about it and how she is, but she says it's complicated.
Hey,
there's no resolution.
Hey, do you think that Jalal got together with Mist again?
Yeah, that's the real clone question. Would that be gay?
Yes, it would be.
But yeah, so that's not resolved. Urza and Jalal don't get together. It's not explicitly stated. I mean, you could assume, I guess. The Master's there. He's in a wheelchair now, but he's okay. He's still his old self. They see Mavis and Zeref resurrected. Like, they see reincarnations of them with different names sort of meeting. But still acting the same, still looking identical to each other. And they're like, oh, they're so happy, blah, blah, blah. Lucy wakes up in bed because she was drunk and Natsu carried her. And, shit like that. Then she says how happy she is to have met him and thanks him so much. And then he says, I've got something I want to say to you.
I'm pregnant.
Grabs her. And then he says, who cares about all that stuff? Time for work. And she says, I'm getting all emotional. What do you mean, who cares? And he says, who cares? Because we'll always be together, right? And then they go on a mission.
Well, that's a cheesy way of doing it, but it's a way of doing it.
So he didn't really commit, Hiro Mishima.
That's, I guess he wants to leave it open for interpretation. Even though there's nothing to interpret there, it's pretty obvious, but
Yeah, you've sort of led people. Like, I'm not one to get really mad about ships or anything like that. Like, I'm not oh my god, you've got to ship this. But if you planted the seeds throughout it and you show the epilogue, you might well have just pulled the trigger.
That's what a lot of things do now. They plant the seeds, but they don't go all the way.
You gotta go all the way. Deep down into that.
Like how in Love Live Sunshine, Chica and Hariko hold hands and say, I love you, looking into each other's eyes while the sun sets, but they're still not together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's one of them where it's like, you've planted a seed, you've made this a massive, this is an underarching theme and plot point for multiple arcs, and then in the last chapter it's an epilogue. And you're especially focusing, like, he did it tongue-in-cheek, obviously Lucy going, oh, maybe those are getting together. Are they getting together? Like, sort of poking fun of it. Gotta say congratulations to the guy, because 545 chapters is a lot. There's been a lot of great moments in Fairy Tail. There's been a lot of not so good. So what I thought we could do, I'll have to see if I can think of 5 of these, but I wanted to do 5 things that Fairy Tail did right.
Okay.
So
I can think of things, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to go first, or do you want me to just fire some off?
You can go.
Okay. So, number 1 for me, by and large, pacing. The pacing of Fairy Tail I really enjoyed, because it is long-running shonen, but their arcs are nice and tight.
That's true, actually. Yeah, everything is pretty well paced. There's a lot of the typical shonen thing, where they have, like, their little fights before the big fight that... Mm-hmm. Like, again, the Tenro Island arc, like, that's what it did right the most. I've mentioned that so many times. But there were so many fights before the actual main one happened. You know?
Everyone got their chance in the spotlight. There was some crazy You've got to beat the grunts, as it were, before you get to the big
Again, that's the South Saga of Fairy Tail, aka the point where it should have ended, but Wait, no, not really where it should have ended, because there's more story, obviously.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It was the peak. And I would agree with you. Tenro Island was definitely the...
Again, you can't get better, because it's literally the ultimate fight. They're fighting this guy who's like the freaking old...
He was the former master.
Yeah. Like, that's like that's like the end of any adventure thing. If it was a movie or anything like that, the typical freaking, we'll slay the Adventureland thing, Like,
it could have ended there.
Mm-hmm.
It really could have ended there, because Zeref is introduced on... Like, Zeref is obviously mentioned and back referenced throughout the series, but he's not introduced until that one as being alive. So if they wanted to go with Hades being the master, he's the former master turned enemy.
Instead of having all this stupid time-traveling bullshit and stuff like that, just keep it simple and end it there, bam.
Yeah. I mean, they could have... I like the Grand Magic
There
games.
was still stuff that was unresolved with the dragons, though, at that point.
Yeah. Like, there was a lot. There was a lot to do. Obviously, Zeref got introduced, Magnolia got introduced, Guildarts was talking about all that shit.
Oh, freaking Guildarts. That's right.
Fucking sick Guildarts was. He was awesome. Him against Blue Note.
He was the ginger.
Yeah, the one who looks really like the character from One Piece.
That's just right. Mm-hmm.
They, I think it's because the escalation of power and pacing really builds up to that point, and then after that it goes on the really long Grand Magic Games arc, which is...
And the arc after that wasn't good either.
No, that was sort of where it peaked with Tenro Islands. I really enjoyed the Grand Magic Games. There was a lot of interesting games there.
It's fun, but that was about it.
But pacing-wise, tight arcs, story moved around at the right time, character development seemed to happen.
It's hard to think of the good stuff because there's so much to critique, you know?
Yeah. Well, we can get to five things it did wrong as well.
The comedy, the comedy it needed a better balance because what it had was okay, but there was too much of it.
Yeah. It started with a lot more comedy and it lost it.
Hey guys, this will be the serious scene. Now we're chibi faces, you know?
Yeah. Everyone had a comedic shtick.
It pulled back way too many times, you know?
Yeah.
Chickened out a lot. But as for what it did good, you know, everyone always disses it, but when it gets down to it, the good old frickin' friendship, ultimate screaming, this is my super move thing, I like that. I like it, you know.
If it gets you into it,
it does.
Like,
I like the primal freaking, this is, and I'm doing this, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
The times it worked for me were on the third arc against Jalal, when Natsu ate the fucking ether nano thing, that raw magic, because of his will that he wanted to protect his friends so much. With Urza, he wanted to defend us so much. Like, that is what brought me around to Natsu. Before then, I was like...
That was a cool arc. I totally forgot about that one with the freaking tower.
Really cool.
That's the child slave labor.
Yeah, that was another thing. Another thing it did, it kind of explored some darker things that I didn't expect it to, because it's very whimsical in the first couple of arcs, and then you obviously get... In the second arc, you get Lucy getting the shit kicked out of her by Gargiel, which I was kind of like,
Oh, that's right. That happened.
Yeah, I was like, that's not what I'm expecting.
He was bad first, yeah.
And then the child slave shit was like, oh, okay.
I forgot how good that arc was.
Yeah, really good arc.
It's so easy to forget the good things.
They were enjoyable, like I say, because the first arc's quite whimsical. And
what was his name? Master Zero?
Master Zero.
I like that. I like that one.
Yeah.
Where he does like the freaking arrow through the multiple floors. Or whatever. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh god.
It was called like the
one.
flaming, it had like, it was some German name. Aren't they all German names? I don't know. But he sends a dude through like it was cool.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Oh, Brain. Yeah. And he became Zero. Yeah, the Arashi and Seisus art was good as well, yeah.
Yeah. I like the characters. They didn't have development or anything, but as like base likable characters, they were fine.
Yeah. Natsu didn't have much development. Urza's character developed. I'd argue Urza had a lot of development.
Oh, yeah.
But it was more that we learned.
I mean, she was definitely the best character in the series.
Absolutely. Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. And
Mira had development.
Too. Yeah.
Mira Jane had a lot of development, I think. And Elfman as well, like Elfman's with their sister. Bit dumb that she came back and she was in another world.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Whatever.
That was the first part of the series where I was like, you know what? I don't like that.
It was a bit of an ass pull, because I was like, she's back.
Because they had like the emotional moment where it was like, this thing happened, and it's like, no, it didn't, it's fine. It's like, no, freaking commit to the emotions, Jesus.
They had the reunion of, oh my god, she's alive, it's the real one.
I forgot that arc. Is that the one? Okay. Men. Because that is the ultimate. That guy's the second best character of the series.
We've lost all structure for the five thing, but
whatever. What was the guy's name again? Men.
Ichiya.
He was the ledge. Men.
Ichiya was really good. That's the thing. They come up with
really interesting,
most characters,
really fun characters.
Almost all of them had a comedic shtick, like I was saying. So Greyers, and some that you've not really seen before. So like Dragon Slayers had the weakness of motion sickness, which was quite funny because we learned it was shared through them all. Or they could eat their element, and if they tried to eat another element, it didn't really work. Gray with his constant stripping. It was quite amusing. It was a bit dumb, but thing. Urza was really serious and really stern, but she was also like over familiar with them, so like she'd want to take baths with them and stuff. That was kind of funny.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the other ones now.
Men.
Yeah, Kano was an alcoholic woman.
Oh yeah.
Ichiya was amazing because he was a massive freak.
Just this tiny guy, and he's like, men.
I just loved his and his followers were like, oh hey
the
sir.
the farting, the big jangle butt gang.
The Jiggle Butt Gang. That was an anime-only thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Why did that exist? Number
I don't know.
one. Because they freaking KO Urza.
Yeah. Oh, man. It was good. Like I say, there was a lot to like about Fairy Tail.
For sure. Like,
a lot of flaws.
It's a really fun show, you know. Even though I didn't keep up with it, what I did watch was very enjoyable, you know.
Yeah.
As many bad things as it did good things too.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Salute you, Fairy Tail, for all your work, and fair play to Hiro Mishima, because fuck me, he was a fast drawer. He would get it out on time. I don't really think he had many delays at all. And he managed to do Fairy Tail Zero and Fairy Tail Ice Trail as well as doing Fairy Tail. So he put out a lot of content without affecting his schedule. So, you know, fair play.
Also the butts. That's definitely one thing it did right.
Yeah, I think he sort of traded comedy for more fan service as the series wore on. There was a lot more fan service.
Yeah, but it was like butts, so it was cool.
You like, gotta get them butts.
Breaking news, Manimal's a butt man.
Well, no, it's not. Not really. I just like everything.
I just like everything.
I'm not in anything.
Although there is a problem where people confuse fan service for comedy, but that's a topic for another episode.
Yeah.
Well, Vacant yawn. Time to end the episode. Bye, everyone.
It's time. But yeah, that's about as much as we can say. We just sort of rambled. I was planning to structure it a little better for
That's fine. It's hard to think of 5 things exactly because you just think of moments, really.
I didn't do any planning. I was going to do a write-up, but I didn't. But I think we covered some bits.
The opening and ending songs, because there was so much good stuff. Oh, Daisy X Daisy and Funkus songs, and oh my god, there are so many good tracks from that series. Snow Fairy, the first one, is still my favorite, of course.
Snow Fairy is amazing.
Yeah, but there's so many good tracks, actually. Like, literally, like, usually with shonens, like, I don't like any of the One Piece openings. There's some good Bleach ones, you know, but...
Most Bleach good ones.
Yeah, I mean, you got Yui and Miwa and other artists, but Fairy Tail had a lot of really good songs.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Fairy Tail's openings and endings. Openings more so than endings, but... Yeah.
Like, they're still like, I listen to them and I'm like, oh my god, 2013, I could cry. You know.
This was 2012 all over again.
Oh, that ice cap I had.
Oh, remember that roll up the rim?
Yeah. Oh god, the Daisy X Daisy songs. Yeah, there's good stuff. Milky Bunny, I Wish. Oh, good stuff. It was also good stuff when the OP spoiled exactly everything that would happen in the arc.
Oh, that's classic shonen.
Yeah.
Classic shonen. Let's spoil every fight and every villain and every new superpower that's coming.
I still remember when I was first watching Bleach, and then like the second intro had all the captains and vice captains, and I had no idea who any of them fucking were.
Meanwhile, Dragon Ball had like the worst opening ever with like the slowest animation, and where like nothing happened, and it was the same the whole time.
Oh, it was fantastic that they kept it the same. They didn't lose anything.
Yeah,
you didn't want all of a sudden Majin Buu just running in. It's like, who the fuck is this?
Well, it's really weird because, the version I watched had just a generic rock instrumental instead of Chala Head Chala, which is very disappointing. It was the most boring opening ever.
Wait, are we talking about Rock the Dragon?
No, I'm talking about the remastered version of the series.
Did it just go Dragon Ball?
No, it was a guitar instrumental, but it had the same animation as the Chala Head Chala opening. You know.
Okay.
It's a really boring sequence and like nothing happens.
GT had the best.
Well, it had Dan Dan Ba 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 Ba, which was actually a good tune.
In another time and place. Oh, I fucking love that song.
Yeah, it was a good.
Best thing about GT. I'm glad GT existed for that. And that alone.
Yeah.
But, what were we saying? Yeah, Fairy Tail, it's ended. That's another one of the big shonens gone. One Piece sits alone. It's lonely at the top.
I forgot how much, good sentiment I had for Fairy Tail, actually.
Well, yeah, because I was looking back and I was like, actually, I really enjoyed that arc, and that arc, and that arc, and that person, and that character, and that fight. There was some really good.
I mean,
cool
it didn't
moments.
hold up for the 2014 series for me, but when I watched it in 2013, it was excellent.
Yeah, it was good. But that is about all we got time for this episode. First 99 episodes in the book, I think.
Oh my god, episode 99. Wow. This is like the before party.
This is like we're at the crest. We're at the top of the log flume. We're just about to take the plunge.
It's like 1999, December 31st. Everyone's afraid that Y2K was going to launch all the nuclear weapons.
Oh god, yeah.
Hopefully, us releasing this episode won't launch nuclear missiles.
Don't you mean it was like 2012, right?
Yeah,
that was a different apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't think we've offended anyone.
Wait,
bad.
I guess you could say it was like the Cuban Missile Crisis.
No. It wouldn't be an episode about... we've moved away from Hitler now. It's got to be a Castro or Cuban reference every episode.
And another 20 episodes we'll move on to, I don't know, Hugo Chavez or some shit.
No, Stalin.
Stalin.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, because then there can do the Russian accent, and that'll be good.
Yeah.
There's a whole litany of dictators we can run through.
Oh, yeah. We'll keep going to that well.
We could talk about The Dictators, 70s punk band. The Dictators Go Girl Crazy is a good album. Bye. Goodbye, everybody.
Any more parting shots from you guys?
I'm going to have to take one. This is a special one. I'm going to take one. To the nip.
To the nip. Woo!
Just you wait till you see what I take one to in episode 100.
I don't want to see. I feel like we're going to have to use that bleep we never use.
This ham fist is ready.
This ham fist, okay.
Prepare the mayo.
Okay.
God.
We will see you on the other side then, guys. Thank you for joining us for the first 99 episodes. We will see you at 100 triple digits. Signing out from the happy hour. Bye. See you next week. Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.
Butter knife for jelly. So you had a dream about the Soviet Union. Well, that was gone before our parents' fusion. Don't be sad, little Russian girl. The dream lives on somewhere in this world. My Lenin is a different thing. You ain't talking about a bird that sings. I thought that was a pudding flavor. You open the vodka, don't save none for later. Stockpile your love secretly in Cuba. But turkey will fire if you jump, little puma. Not ready for your winter war. Down here, we ain't got guns in the store. Oh, my darling Ellie, your blonde hair is armed and deadly. Kiss, don't kill, little Ellie, so we can share my grandma's spaghetti. You better hug me like I am Finland. You outlaw. curse me like I'm Ronald